So I grew up listening to a variant of Cinderella story by my grandma. And just like any other Cinderella story, this story ended in happily ever afterwards after Cinderella gets married to his Prince Charming. But that's what happens in fiction. In reality, however, one story definitely does end once you have found someone. Another story begins. The story of your relationship with your found one, with your destined one, with your perfect one, with your most compatible one. And the truth is, no matter how perfect you are, no matter how perfect your partner is, no matter how compatible you two are together, there are bound to be ups and downs. So today's topic is about a few things that you can do to maintain a happy, healthy, comforting, loving relationship. Of course, there are many more things than what I'm going to cover today, but I consider the things that we're going to talk about today to be a foundation of a good relationship. These are in fact things that you can apply to all your relationships, not just romantic ones. So let's get started. Never lying to your partner. I've seen people lie to their parents, to their siblings, to their teachers, to their partners, and honestly, I do not feel the need to lie to your partner. All the other relationships, for once, I can ignore for now. But people have excuses like, I am lying because they'll be worried otherwise, or I'm lying because otherwise they would not allow me to do what I want to do. If they're going to be worried, it's your responsibility that you will make them feel secure. You will make them feel that you are safe and they have nothing to worry about. When you lie to them, over time, they are going to realize that you're not telling them the truth. And there will be a time when even you have started telling them the truth, they will still be in denial. They'll be like, okay, she's saying that she's safe, but is she really? What if she's lying? What if she's not okay? And no one deserves to be in that state of mind all the time. Second is, I'm lying because they will not let me do what I want to do otherwise. Well, if that's the case, why are you even in that relationship? See, when two compatible people, two understanding people are together in a relationship, the relationship itself is built in such a way that there is no need to lie. That's when the part of understanding kicks in. Like, if my partner wants to do something that I'm not quite aligned with, if the relationship is really compatible, really good, really healthy, I will be the one to say that, see, I know you want to do this and I don't quite like that, but if that's what you want to do, if that's really important to you, I will support you. Sometimes telling the truth can lead to fight. But that's okay. Over time, if you keep telling the truth all the time, you will eventually learn a way to resolve that fight even before it starts. And eventually, there will be lesser and lesser things for which you will have to even think about lying. This is all to build a very strong level of trust, which is a very important building block of any relationship. Communication. You always want to communicate all your thoughts and feelings and never want to leave any room for any kind of misunderstandings. Things like, something bad happened at my office, so I'm really in a bad mood right now, or I am just busy with this thing that I'm working on, so I won't be able to talk to you for a few hours. Things like, this behavior of yours is making me feel like you're not paying enough attention to me. To things like, recently I have been feeling that we're growing apart. Even good things like, recently I've been feeling like we're getting closer, or I really liked your advice on this topic, or even things like, I really like blue on you. This actually makes sure that at all points of time your partner is aware of what's going on in your life, and same is happening for you as well. So this way you never have time for misunderstandings. There's no what ifs and buts and oh, I thought this and but I wanted to and things like that. This is going to prevent so many potential conflicts in so many different ways. Another important building block for any relationship, in my opinion. Next one is expressing your love, both in your words and your actions. While some of us really like it and value it when we are told we are loved, we are cared for, and we are pretty, but some of us prefer that it is shown in the actions. I would actually take into consideration what my partner wants here. For example, if my partner doesn't really care much about how many gifts I gift him, but wants me to spend my time with him, that's what I should be doing ideally. It's really about expressing in any way possible that they are loved and cared for. Conflict resolution. Now, some of us are the kind of people who just needs to resolve everything that has happened on the spot and cannot really sleep over it. while others tend to take some time to think over things and make a decision and then communicate what is actually wrong. I'm not gonna say which one is right and which one is wrong, but it should be communicated why is what the way it is. If I'm someone who tends to take her own time and then discuss things, I should communicate this to my partner that, see, I don't know what I'm hurt about and I am not sure what I'm feeling in the moment and why exactly I'm angry. I need some time to figure things out on my own, and then I will come back and communicate it to you. I will come back by XYZ. And ideally, we want this relationship to be a 50-50 when both of the partners are putting in equal amount of efforts. But that's not always possible. Sometimes if my partner is having a hard time, they will be putting in just 30% and I will have to be the remaining 70%, and vice versa. Sometimes it's okay to be the one who puts their ego aside and goes to the other person even when it's their fault and not yours. One approach that I found to be a very wholesome one is when we consider that this conflict that we are facing is not actually you versus me, it's us versus this problem. Before I move on to my final point for the day, I have a wildcard entry. Respect. You know those jokes about husbands are like that, wives are like that, boyfriends are like that, girlfriends are like that. No, you never want to be that person. You would never want to put your partner down even as a joke. Of course, you never curse each other or say mean things to each other. Of course, you want to be respectful all the time, but especially in a public setting. Please put your ego aside. Even if you had a fight, you don't really have to show it to the entire world. See, it's as simple as, if I respect my partner, my family will, my friends will, and entire world will. Because I know even when I curse my partner, it's out of love, but not the same is true for everyone else. But of course, it's a wild card, as I know not everyone will agree to it. Regardless, it's my opinion, so I'll put it there. Last one is not quite intuitive. Everyone has something that can hurt them the most. It can be something that happened in the past or something that you can tell them, or a kind of trait, let's say lying. But you want to communicate what your pain point is, and you want to learn about what your partner's pain point is, and you want to make sure that you never ever hurt that. And I say it with the context that it may sound cheesy, but when you are loved by someone deeply, you have the power to make them happy deeply and hurt them deeply. That was all for today. I would love to know if there is anything else that you consider to be a foundation of a good relationship. I would also like to know if you disagree with anything that I've said today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.